How's everybody doing up there? This is your man Nico B, Blackeffect. Whoa. I want to get into this message. Black women are dying. Literally, black women are literally dying to have the hair of other races of women. Yes. Black women are literally harming themselves to have the hair of other races of women. You recently have a class action lawsuit that's been filed for all of the hair relaxers and perms that's been used. Can you imagine how many people is going to be on that lawsuit? Do you know how many, man? Most black women have used that. Even some guys have used the product, the perms and hair relaxers. Niggas out there trying to put the S curl on your head and stuff like that. But black women have done this religiously. The sad thing is a lot of black women even use this on their daughters and children. And what this causes is pretty bad health effects. This can cause infertility, uterine fibroids, cause you to have a hysterectomy. Do you understand? Man, of course, your natural hair already is dead. You know, it never grows because you use that stuff religiously. This is part of the protection that black men give their women. They've informed you to stop doing that, to go natural. They don't want you doing that to their daughters. But what you do, you argue with them all day. But I bet you're not arguing with them doctors when they diagnosing you with all of this cancers and diagnosing you with, you infertile now. Why you think you can't have children? You got to have all these aches and pains and different illnesses popping up. You're not going to be healthy down the line. You working out, but you're not going to be healthy because you using these products and chemicals. You kind of like burning you negating the healthy part of your lifestyle by putting all these strong chemicals into your head. That seep into your skin. You putting that on your scalp. Women right now, a lot of black women right now are using with these lace fronts and stuff, pulling your hair back. Black women take off that wig. The head is like a head look like Sinead O'Connor, look like a cone head, big old forehead. And I know it's not just black women who use weaves and things like that, but black women are the main buyers of hair relaxers and perms. I don't care what you say. I know that's the statistics. I understand how these things work. I talk to these women a lot. I talk to a lot of women. They have these lawsuits popping up all over the internet. I know you see it. I know you see the advertisements. The advertising class action lawsuits just for me. Dark and Lovely, Precise, all of these perms and these hair relaxers. They causing very bad illnesses, causing people to get sick. They causing people to have a tragic illness. Women is having infertility, having to have endometriosis, uterine fibroids, all type of diseases, things that cause you to have a hysterectomy, and other complications. It's not worth it, okay? I mean, just listen to me. As a black man, if we love women. It doesn't matter if a black woman walk out with an afro. Do you know how many men? At one point in time, Pam Grier was the most attractive woman considered to be like in Hollywood or whatever, or at least in Black Hollywood. Pam Grier had her time. And what I'm saying is, for our women, instead of teaching each other to take care of what you have, your natural hair, more podcasts on that, more TikToks on that, more, just more promotion of taking care of your natural hair, taking care of your natural hair for your daughters as well as yourself, then you would have you wouldn't have to go through all of this. But it's sad that you don't see that. You don't see that anywhere. Instead, you see women promoting lace fronts, how to put your lace front on, how to do this, and how to be phony. And you're doing something that's detrimental to your health. This is proven. It's no longer, you can't run from it anymore. Men have been telling you it's not healthy, but you like, oh, y'all ain't nobody. You can't black men, you can't tell us nothing. Like, that just show the lack of respect you have for your men. And shame on y'all for that. Shame on you women who haven't listened. Because for you who got all of that stuff going on, like, that's not I'm not trying to be harsh. I wish you the best, but don't be surprised if no black man wants to deal with you, because it's not his problem now at this point for you to deal with your problems, to take on your medical problems, which medical bills, and to take on your hang-ups. You can't have a child for him to take on that sacrifice for something that you caused on your own when you could have avoided that. You didn't listen to him. Again, this is hard head. How hard heads make a soft behind. You have women running to get out of these perms. Black men telling you, look, man, we don't even care about that. Look, we're not even interested in that at the end of the day. Like, black men are telling you that now. Like, it's one thing for you just to assume something, but for a person to tell you out of their own mouth, like, look, man, these weaves, we tired of these weaves, that stuff, you tired of all this, you trying to look like another woman, keep another woman her, doing all of this stuff, these things, you don't need that. Like, you trying to get the Brazilian look, you trying to get the wavy look. Like, just embrace your hair. God designed you with exactly what you needed. And it's not the same as a man brushing his hair off. It's not the same as a dude using natural products to take care of his dreadlocks, beeswax, or you come here and say that that's the same thing. Here you go again, trying to scapegoat, trying to run away from everything. And look, not all, and I'm not, for the women who I'm not speaking to, you already know. You're already informed, and you already ahead of the curve. You're special, so we're not talking to you. We talking to your average black woman. That's it. We talking to the average woman, and I have to stay in the black category, because just for me, dark and lovely, all of these things are for black women. These things were not designed with the white woman with her straight stringy hair in mind. It wasn't designed for Marlene with her straight hair. It wasn't designed for Maria. Maria already has long, Maria will even embrace her curly natural, but black women just, it's a very big insecurity there among black women with hair, and that's just the truth. And the reason behind that is because hair is important for women. Hair is mentioned in the Bible as being the glory of a woman and her covering. Hair is what adds a certain element to a woman. And it doesn't matter what type of hair you have, is what I'm trying to get at. Yes, hair is important for women. Yeah. You understand? And that's why black women have an insecurity about that. They never loved their hair. Black women has a unique grade of hair. You can either love it or you can hate it. But it's unique. You should embrace what's yours. Again, that's called self-confidence. When you embrace, and with the dark and lovelies, I talk to women all the time who've been using these products since they were children. Do you think that this was their choice? You understand? And some little girls will get older and they just act like they can't live without a perm. They can't live without weave. You see some women, if you could see it on their face, you could just do this on a side-by-side survey, and I guarantee you'll get to the bottom of this. You gather 5 black women from all walks of life. You take away, and just tell them to get their most beautiful, and then you get them again and tell them to be again be your most beautiful, but this time you do it with your natural hair. You will have 4 out of 5 of those women, if not 5 out of 5, all remove something from their head. It'll be a perm, they'll remove the wig, It'll be a lace front. It'll be some weave. And then once they do that, you take the picture again. They will not. Their faces will reflect it'll reflect their insecurities within themselves. That's period. And I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. That's the reason why the reason why I'm saying that is not to berate black women. It's not to try to make them feel bad. No, you shouldn't even be feeling that way in the first place. Because if you have something called self-confidence, trying to put somebody else hair on your head and feeling good about it wouldn't take place. That's just like me. That's like me going out. I mean, dudes have done that. I'm gonna put it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Dudes have done that. Like some dudes will go out. I remember when, and I used to feel this way, but I was insecure. I really just didn't know no better growing up. We used to use like the product, the S curl, put it on you. If you're trying to get once you cut your hair, you're trying to get some quick waves, you can put an S curl. Man, that stuff look unnatural. Every time that I saw somebody do that, or I did that, it was unnatural looking, and I never felt good, with that on my head. You understand? Now, all it takes for you don't have to use that to get no waves. All it takes is a man to brush his hair, put some grease on your hair, wave cap, take care of your stuff. The natural products, they have natural products that can help you take care of your hair. If you got dreadlocks, people use natural products. You don't have dudes walking around here with stinking dreadlocks. People take care of their stuff. We are the chosen people of the Lord. Why don't you embrace that God, the blessings that God has for you? The position. Why don't you embrace the position that God has appointed for you? Stop worrying about what other people are doing. I'm serious, man. And I don't want to hear no excuse about the jobs, because these perms, lace fronts, they harm you. You understand? Putting somebody else's wig on your head, that's why you losing your hair. A lot of black women don't have hair under that. They scalp is very unhealthy. And it's a curse. Baldness for women is a curse. Period. That's God ordained. That's in the Bible. Either you believe the Bible or you don't. But it's a curse. The same thing, like, what you think a man moving around and he's impotent. A man's impotent. That's a curse. God has cursed that man. But see, women will embrace that, but won't embrace the fact that baldness is a curse. It is. Now, again, this is just part of this stuff causes many illnesses. This just makes our community even weaker. With taking all of these, trying to be like Marlene, trying to be like Becky, man, trying to be like Karen. Black women love Karen. They try to, and you following her and following this agenda. They're taking you out and having you have all these illnesses, not being able to reproduce, all because you want to look good and out here wearing somebody else's hair. You just can't stand your own hair. This is a bad thing, a very deep insecurity with black women, because again, hair is important for women. Don't let them tell you that they don't care. That's why you see women spending all this money, black women especially, and using all these products, and you're using products that could be harmful to you. It's time to stop that. I hope y'all woken up and you're not giving these products and using these products on your children anymore. You're causing them to have bad illnesses. This is something that, this is going to be a class action lawsuit for a while now. It's going to be a lot of people involved in this class action lawsuit. This is going to be one of the biggest class action lawsuits probably that you ever seen, man. It's going to be a lot of black women. If not, man, it's going to be the majority of black women coming out a part of this lawsuit. Now, thank God that not all of these, not everybody have illnesses from this. Thank God, So it's not going to be the majority. It's going to be a lot of black women, So the Lord forbid that the majority of women the majority of our sisters, our women, are infertile. Like, come on, man. And it's due to these products. That's like the devil, like, gotcha. He's looking to do that. So you need to stop playing in the devil's field Embrace your natural, man. You know, if you love yourself, embrace that. You understand? If you can grab your straightening comb, do whatever you need to do. Do the natural. Be natural. You understand? Quit putting all these chemicals and stuff in your head. This stuff seep in your skull, giving you all type of brain aneurysms. You're losing your hair. All type of foolishness. Stop that, okay? We trying to help you. The black men have been telling you this. That's a form of protection. I said that in the last video. Protection isn't just physical, you know. Protection is seeing things. Men are given the gift of foresight from the Lord. These are men telling you not to do something. When Adam told Eve not to bite that apple that God told him, that's something we shouldn't do. He was giving her protection. And what did she do? She went, bit the apple, got cursed, and, you know, with all a bunch of curses, and got thrown out of the garden. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, this is Nico B, Blackeffect. Gone.